Hey, what's up? Brycey here, the Holistic Bee, herbalist, astrologer, chef, among other things. Welcome back to the series where we are talking about the modes of energy, that being mutable, cardinal, and fixed. Why is this important? Well, understanding the different modes of energy among all of the other topics that we've discussed in previous series gives us insight and understanding how to move ourselves, how to choose what to eat, how to choose what herbs to use. It just gives us more insight into our own biological individuality, our own constitution, right? So that we know how to make the best decisions for ourselves. So, for example, like we know turmeric is good for joint pain, right? Multiple studies. However, turmeric is not going to benefit everybody who uses it who experiences joint pain. So, like, turmeric paired with the wrong kind of person is only going to make joint pain worse. Like, if the joint pain is coming from a place of dryness and heat, well, turmeric is heating and drying. So, it's only going to lead to more pain. And not only are we using this language of energetics to assess our own individual constitutions, but it's also key in evaluating the expression of different symptoms that we may experience and the energetics of the herbs and the foods and the drinks and the activities that we engage in, so that we can be mindful in our choosing and choose the things that we know are going to help us thrive individually. And to me, that's what holistic is all about, hence the Holistic Bee. If you're new here, welcome. In this video, we are talking about the cardinal mode of energy. So the cardinal energy, in the most simple terms, is the energy that starts things. So if we're talking about like symptoms, it would be a symptom that causes a chain reaction or triggers another symptom, which triggers another symptom, etc. The cardinal type person, the personality of the cardinal type is ambitious, outgoing, energetic, very decisive, independent, and action oriented. They are the types of people who like to get things done and don't mind ruffling a few feathers to make it happen. They are the ones that start things, hence, like the independence, like, hey, I'm gonna go and do this on my own, and if and then people see that and then they follow. It's people who are so action oriented that their actions cause chain reactions. Imbalances or vices versus the virtues that may appear in a cardinal type person, aggressiveness, maybe a little too aggro, because they're very passionate type people, burnout from working too hard, bit of impulsivity, maybe a little excess dominance, maybe some control issues, and stress and anxiety that accumulates as a result of either needing to micromanage or needing to get things done, that sort of like feeling like a failure if one is not meeting personal productivity standards on a daily basis. Different illnesses that the cardinal dominant person might experience based on their virtues and their vices and just their lifestyles and the way that they tend to be. And before I get into this is not a set in stone thing. These are just possibilities. These are common trends in these types of personalities. And basically the root cause of a lot of the potential illnesses that I'm going to list here usually have to do with putting too much pressure on oneself. So that would be things like hypertension, inflammation, digestive issues, rashes, and headaches. different classes of herbs that could help benefit the cardinal type of person, especially one that has a lot of imbalances or is expressing more on the vice side and not as much on the virtue side, would be a lot of like relaxing herbs, nerve tonics, digestives, bitters. And if this person tends to run more hot and dry, then the aforementioned herb classification should also focus on being cooling and softening. And if this person is too cold and too wet or like too emotional, then it might be good to focus on same class of herbs but with the energetics that are a little more warming and stimulating and uplifting. See where I'm going with this? So if you haven't already, go back and watch the rest of the videos from all of the different discussions that we've had so that you can kind of just get a better idea of what we're talking about and these different layers of energy and how we evaluate it, so that we can bring this mindfulness into all of our activities, as well as our herbal practice, as well as our diet and everything holistic. All right, see you later. Bye. Oh, and by the way, I don't talk about them too much because I'm too busy teaching you guys all of the cool things. But I have a shop and I make a bunch of really, really great products. So click the link in my bio, go to my Etsy shop, read the reviews, take a look at what I got. I'm sure I have something for you. All right, thanks, bye.